you think God loves you?
Oh, God loves me lots and lots and lots. It's unlimited. I can't even tell you how much he loves me, really.
Okay.
Every minute, every second of the day.
Okay. So you also are, so whatever you practice, your meditation, this knowledge that you are studying, that you give time for that, because you can see within your life you have found a balance in your family life, whatever you do for your family, and you are such a lovely, creative person who makes candles and soaps, and on the weekends you go to the flea market. So please share more about yourself and how do you find your time in doing all of these things, as well as keeping your connection with God.
Look, to think about it, at least to keep my life balanced, it's not easy, especially if you're a householder and you're also trying to get closer to God each time. And obviously, we all know what our journey is all about. We want to we want to go back home absolutely purely, with purity and love. But what I find is that the choice is yours, and the effort is all about you and how you actually arrange and do things. Like for me, in the mornings, like 4 o'clock, my day starts basically, and you know what? That's a great start for me. In fact, I don't even have to worry about the rest of the day because everything is taken care of. No matter how much I have orders for soaps or candles or whatever, I'm able to actually finish that in the course of the day. And I can't even tell you how I do it. Really, I can't, because it just happens for me. It just all of that happens. And then also my family responsibility. I mean, with my husband being disabled, it's not an easy thing. It's very difficult. But here again, with being with the Brahma Kumaris, have really uplifted me in my life. I've never seen this strength of my side. I haven't. I just get the strength to do everything. And every day, if I meet a soul, they ask me how I actually cope. And I answered it with so much of love, with no struggle at all, to say, oh, you know how it is. And, it's tiring. Yeah, 1 or 2 days I'll be moaning about it. But, at the end of the day, I find so much of joy to do this kind of a service, because obviously we are all on this journey and we are placed here for a reason. So maybe I had to do a service to the brother at home. That was my way of doing service, And then I have my service with the yegya. That I also do that, and that too, even with so much of love, that I look forward to that service that I do on a weekly basis. And nobody understands that small task, what joy and love and peace and happiness that actually gives you. So that's how powerful God is, and that's why my connection to Him is right through the day. That's what I have to say too. We all have choices. This is the choice. This is my journey, and I'm enjoying it. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, and this what you're saying is that in the early morning you begin with your meditation, you begin with your study. So what you're doing is you're setting that foundation for your day. So
yes,
that the tasks you have to perform, whatever you have to do, you have accumulated that power and that strength, and then connection, and then throughout the day the reminder
yes,
that we need to. Yeah. So I must say that when I interact with you, or when I am in face to face with you, I can see that you are such a young, enthusiastic soul. It never seems like you don't have the strength and the energy, but it feels like you are so full of energy and so full of love and that vibration. So I just feel that there's something that is some additional thing that you are doing but what is that secret that keeps you so full and energetic and enthusiastic?
I think as a person, I think right from my childhood days, I was always a happy person, always, always, and I never looked at negative things. Always positive, always. I can change a negative thing into a positive in a second. I would never look at it as a negative. And this is what I share with a lot of people. If somebody says they had like I met a soul at the market on the weekend, and he had got hijacked, and he was going on about the hijacking, and I just said to him, Mr. Naidu, you know what? There's one thing I can say is that I'm happy to see you here at the market, because he does his visit every week. But had it been worse, if something had happened, as he says, they had a gun and all of that put to his head, can you imagine would he have been at that market on Sunday? So I was trying to tell him, be grateful and thankful that you are alive and you actually still came to visit me. And he says, you know what, Priscilla, you are so right. I am very, very thankful to God and grateful. So any situation, no matter how bad it can be, look at the positive. It can sound, even an accident, somebody can be lying in ICU or whatever, but just remember this, the person is alive and he's safe, and all we can pray for and hope, and that is in the hands of God, and that is for his recovery. So little things like that. Last week I had the most beautiful experience in Baba's house. And I have to share this to people as well. Little things, And I even was sharing this with Usha Ben when she was in Madhuban. And I said to her, Usha Ben, what a beautiful experience. And I can say this to anyone. A lot of people think that going away, for a weekend or for a week to say, oh, I'm going to have some relaxing time. You know what? I would never even think of that being relaxing time. Sitting in God's home, absolutely with nothing to worry about. Everything is there. You sleep in God's home, okay? And you eat food from God's house, okay? You have a good night's sleep, right? And you're there all the time in his presence. What a beautiful experience that is. It's small things, but just sleeping in his home is so beautiful. Just eating food from Baba's home is so beautiful. Now, those are little powers that you accumulate. And I feel so powerful for that week that I can't wait for the next week to come by so I can come back. But yet again, I have to balance my family life, So I'm here and then I'll be back. So I try and balance it like that. But my biggest balance is coming on once a week to Baba's house, doing my service, and I'm balanced for that week till the following week. So I think for me, I've always been a happy person, and any negative, I change it into a positive immediately. I think that's what makes me happy. And I think with Baba's knowledge, he's always saying that, when you have something, a problem, deal with it and finish it. And you don't have to worry about it again. And I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. But also, I think as you were saying, that in your own home, when you create that environment, the practices, whatever you are doing, that you maintain this awareness that this is God's house.
So absolutely.
So whatever you are doing in the right consciousness and the right awareness that is created. So in cooking your food, in dealing with your family, whatever they are, challenges or whatever it is, you're bringing the energy of God into your home, and you're allowing your walls, your vibration, to just to be in there. And I remember once you were saying that you can't find the right pillow to sleep on, and just say that you're sleeping in God's lap. So really, when we start to create that thought that at every step we have that almighty authority, the supreme Father, the supreme being, the supreme soul, who is taking care of us, because we're also making sure that we are working from that space, that awareness of being the self, of who we really are. So, I see how you have adopted this naturalness, within yourself, of really being, your true original self. So I mean, it's really wonderful that with all of that you do, that you create the time and you make sure that this mind of yours, this awareness and consciousness is connected, because that is where you draw your energy from. And so really, when you have elevated thoughts and when you have that vibration, then your time, your thoughts, and your energy become valuable, and you will make sure that you use it in the right way.
Yes, and also, Usha, sorry, Aruna Ben, it's that, like you're talking about this vibration that we create in our home, right? It's like, you talk to Baba the whole day. Like if I go to the kitchen, right, and I would ask Baba, I'll just talk to him, and I'll say, well, Baba, what do you think I should cook today? And then I'll open my fridge and I'll look at it and I'll have a moment of silence. And then I'll say, oh, well, we'll go with that today. It's little things like that. If I'm making a cup of tea, I'll ask Baba, do you think you and I should have coffee or tea today? So those are the vibrations that I actually create. And even like when we were talking about my pillow, right? Every night before, when I have my afternoon meditation, but also before I go to bed, I sit in front of my bed and I have yoga. And it's also a good checking point for me too, because if there's anything that that didn't sit right with me at that point in time when I'm going to bed, I will settle it in my bed, and so that when I get to bed, everything is all like clear. So it's just these little conversations that I have with Baba that I create my home as being God's home. Anything. Even if if I want to watch a little bit of TV, right? I want to be honest, very honest, like news and stuff like that, And I'll sit for a minute and say, Baba, should I, shouldn't. Some days he allows me, some days he doesn't allow me. So something will come up, so I don't have to go and do that. So these are the things, the little things that we create, this vibrations, and make ourselves feel elevated. You speak to Baba all the time. You speak to him. Anything.
You're involved in your life all the time.
Yeah.
So it allows you to connect and align yourself to that which is true. And you're using the word Baba, and Baba is really a very loving, sweet way of saying Father. God is my Father.
Yes. Oh, God, and I belong to him.
Yeah.
I'm his child, right?
So when we make it personal, we feel the closeness. We don't feel that God is far away. Because I mean, yes, God lives in up above in the soul world, but we are in earth. But when we create that connection and vibration, that means we're drawing God to be close to us. So we never feel far away. And we always feel, we always feel that He's involved in whatever we are doing. So remember that energy and that a wonderful way of connecting and making sure that God is part of my life. And so when we make God part of our life, then, that it's such a natural way, isn't it?
Yes, and the natural way is also, you were talking about making candles and soaps. Like I was saying to you, everything I do it with the vibration, and I ask permission from Baba. Do you know when I do sell my products at the market, do you know that the people actually feel the vibrations? And I didn't know that. I didn't until they came and told me, you know what, your soap is out of this world. And I thought, well, you know what, how could it be out of the world when I'm using like 2 or 3 ingredients? They tell me things that I didn't even know, And these are the things, this is the vibrations, I talk to him. New things, I talk to him. Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it, Baba? What do you think? Those are the things I ask him. I talk to him like just how would I talk to you, like how I'm talking now, talk to Baba like that. So that's how it is.
And I think, when you are making your orders for certain people, obviously, Baba, God really knows all his children. So maybe there's something that extra that is required for that particular soul, and that's been added. So they feel it. Absolutely. And we have to be so aware that our energy is transferred into whatever we do. So whether it is cooking, whether it is your beautiful art of creating soaps and candles, our energy is transferred into that. So whoever is receiving and whoever is using, they are going to feel it, absolutely. And so, I mean, I think it will be really something so beautiful that when your customers come and share their experience.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
the special ingredients, I definitely am putting that vibration and energy into it, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. I get shocked what I hear from them, about
Yeah.
the soap. So I don't know where they got it from, because definitely I didn't use that kind of an ingredient. They said to me, you know what, the way it helps me and the way they feel so beautiful, and even the sprays, whatever it is, they come up with such fantastic ideas, and they kind of encourage me more. And
Yeah.
some of the white people, when they walk past my store, the way they love walking past my store. I mean, I'm right there and I don't even feel that, what they're feeling. And they come and they said, you know what, I love walking past the store. Even if I didn't want to buy anything, but I would love to just come past the store.
Yeah.
Where that's
Yeah.
coming from?
But it's your vibration and your
Yes,
energy,
yeah,
and
yeah.
your connection, constant connection with that supreme being,
Yes, yeah, yeah.
God, who is our Father, and
Mm,
where we keep Him with us all the time. So the
mm,
remembrance.
yeah.
We talk that how can we remember God and keep Him in our life, and that is there where I stay in that awareness of who I am, who I belong to. Then I know exactly what it is, how I need to
Mm.
do and what I need to do through connecting. Any last thoughts? Anything else you want to share, Sister Priscilla?
Yeah, so lovely. Yeah, I just talk to him as a friend. And I still have my study times, like I have the one, the brother that I listen to, Shailen, and he gives some lovely notes as well. So when he gives these notes and my points together, I expand on it, and
Yeah.
it just makes me more clever each time for everything in my spiritual journey,
So
so yeah,
the intellect has to be open, and the
yes.
intellect has to receive. So constantly you are adding wonderful things to it so that you can churn and create that
Mm,
powerful feeling. So I
yeah.
really am so grateful this morning that you are on, Sister Priscilla. Have a
Yeah.
very beautiful day filled with many, many godly vibrations, and enjoy.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
And to everyone as well, have a wonderful and awesome day with Baba. Just talk
Thank
to
you.
him all the time. And now we're saying bye. So we also say, Baba, our session is finished now. We're moving on to the next one,
Yeah.
eh? Yeah.
Perfect. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
Om
so
Shanti.
much. Om Shanti.
Om
So
Shanti.
really a beautiful, unique, and a special soul, Sister Priscilla. And thank you so much for being with us this morning. So this morning, I think it's Brother Go who will continue with their session. Is it Brother Go that is on this morning? Brother Go?